The Trump administration announced that it will end temporary immigration status for Salvadorans. Hundreds of thousands of Salvadorans came to the United States almost 20 years ago after a series of hurricanes and earthquakes rocked the country. The DHS will terminate the status in September of 2019. Meanwhile, Congress will soon have to come to a bipartisan deal on DACA. A bipartisan group is weighing the potential trade-offs between the diversity visa lottery and DACA. President Trump has vowed to abolish the visa lottery system. Congress will have to agree on these issues before the temporary spending bill expires on January 19th. And for more on this, we turn to our political panel this evening. We have Amy Tarkanian, former Nevada GOP chair, and also Earl Ofari Hutchinson, political analyst and author. Great to have both of you with us tonight. All politics right now in Washington seems to center around a possible government shutdown, which of course will bring us to the debate over priorities. The Democrats want DACA expanded. The president just said within the last hour he wants to end the lottery system, he wants to end chain immigration, and he wants to build the wall. Earl, I'll go to you first. Is this a negotiating point for the Democrats? Would they give up and give the president the wall to get DACA? What do you think?
No, I don't think they will. Now, you know, what I find really interesting is if we go back about 3 weeks, there was a deal on the table, at least we thought there was a deal on the budget, between Trump and the Democratic leadership, both in the House and the Senate. That was widely publicized at the time. We thought that the deal would be that DACA would be taken off the table, the wall would be taken off the table to get the temporary spending bill. So now we find 3 weeks later, that's all off the table. Now we have a new deal, namely no deal. So the budget is threatened because of DACA and that. The Democrats are not going to go along with
Amy,
that.
I'll let you respond to that. What about that? Is Trump changing the deal, changing the goalposts here?
Well, it seems both sides are playing somewhat of a game of chicken. You know, they're both threatening, saying that if one side doesn't get everything that they have on their list, then the other side will be shutting down the government and vice versa. So it's a game that they're doing with a very serious issue. You know, this is something, DACA is something that we definitely need to tackle. But I think that the wall, there's no secret. The president's campaigned on the wall. We knew that the wall was coming. In 2006, a wall was approved. Now we just need to fund it. Yeah. So I think we just need to fund this wall and get moving on so we can help fix these people's situations.
Amy, what's the big deal with the Democrats and the wall? You go to an airport, you go through security, there's all kinds of walls of security. Why don't the Democrats just give the president the wall if they want the DACA deal? What about that? How do you see that?
I would agree with that. Once again, this was something that was discussed in 2006 where you had people like President Obama, but at that time in the Senate, you had Clinton and Schumer, along with 23 other Democrats who voted in favor of having a more secure border and having a wall. Why not just follow through with it? Let's fund it. Let's get moving on, and so we can help with these dreamers and get their lives moving in the right direction.
Earl, you answer those questions. I won't. What about what you just asked?
Well, okay. Yeah, well, we're forgetting one thing. It's not just a wall, and it's not just DACA. It's bigger than that. 2018 is an election year. It's going to be a hotly contested year, on both sides of the political aisle. The other part to that is immigration. That's always been a hot-button issue. So whether we're talking about the wall, whether we're talking about DACA, whether we're talking about El Salvadorans, or any other group that's come under fire from the Trump administration, the whole thing has been politicized, and that's at the root of this.
All right, she stole the show last night at the Golden Globes, Oprah. It's what everybody's talking about today. Now sources close to her say that she's seriously considering a run. Amy, would she walk to the nomination for the Democrats? Who in the Senate would beat Oprah Winfrey or match her financially? What about that?
Right. You know, I didn't see the Golden Globes, unfortunately, but when I heard that the possibility of Oprah actually running for office, I think it's a great idea. I think it's not so good for Republicans to hear. She would be tough. You know, she's very savvy business-wise. She's a well-spoken female. She's black. And she's somebody that is very relatable and very likable and has quite the story. You know, she was not born with a silver spoon in her mouth, so she's the epitome of the American dream. I think she'd be extremely difficult.
What are you hoping for, Earl? Is this going to be a reality?
No, it's not. And I have to tell you, everything that was just said about Oprah is true. I mean, obviously, she's well-liked. She's got a humanitarian bent around her. And the fact of the matter is, she's got support. But the fact of the matter is, it's still entertainment. It's still reality. We've already had enough of that. Let's move on.
Amy Tarkanian, Earl Ofari Hutchinson, great to have both of you with us tonight. Lots to talk about. Appreciate it.
Thank you.